I think something that people don't realize about protecting our waterways is that this was a very recent thing. So prior to the 1960s, we didn't really have any environmental regulations to keep our freshwaters clean. And so it wasn't until the Clean Water Act in 1972 that we started getting these federal legislations that we needed to keep our freshwater clean. So it wasn't until 1999 that Orono started and got their stormwater permit. So this is a very recent development, and we're hoping that we see more funding and more legislation that we can continue to keep our waterways clean.
Pollution in stormwater can come from a lot of different places, and I think people don't always understand that a storm drain that they see in the street is going to drain most likely to the nearest stream without being treated or anything like that. That's the most common thing that's going to happen. So if there is something on the pavement, whether that's trash or oil or cigarette butts, those things will get washed into a storm drain if they're not taken care of. So it's little things that kind of make a difference with stormwater, as well as the bigger things that you might think of, like an oil spill that's sort of a bigger deal that you might clean up. It would be more obvious, but a lot of times it's not so obvious that stormwater is being polluted.
So people need to realize that any treatment that they put on their lawns, any trash that gets blown around the street, or any oil spills will eventually reach the river, and it's very important to minimize this in order to protect our waterways, which we recreate in and wildlife needs.
Chemicals that get exposed to the environment, such as drops of oil from vehicles, windshield washer fluid, and even salt from prepping and treating your driveway and walkway when it snows and rains, all of that, when it rains out, aggregates and makes its way into the rivers and streams. If the concentrations of that's too high, it can lead to negative consequences. Just like if the concentrations of vitamin D or iron in your blood are too high, there can be negative impacts. If there's concentrations of minerals and chemicals in the environment that are high, it can lead to negative impacts.
It's important to maintain clean water resources. It helps prevent erosion and flooding, and it preserves critical infrastructure.
So by protecting our waterways, it ensures that our natural habitats are there for the future.